Welcome, listeners, to the podcast, Adventures in Eberron, a real-play D&D podcast set in the world of Eberron. Let's listen as we hear the adventures of 6 unique characters and their experience at Windshire University, as they develop and hone their skills to become true adventurers. And dare I say heroes? Let's pick up where we left off.
I need one of those little like ticker things, like the show things. All right, so we are going to start. So I actually got a question out to you guys this time. So in honor of the holiday of 4th of July yesterday, the question for this week is, what is your character's favorite holiday? And this does not need, it's funny, we just mentioned Eberron lore because it does not have to necessarily be tied to Eberron lore. It can be, or it can be something you made up. So we're going to go around the virtual table. I think this time we're going to start with Jonathan. We're going to start with Azuri.
All right. So as Azuri, Azuri just says, "Well, my favorite holidays, we call it it's a material plane day, and it's where everyone in our village gets to go ahead and remember that we're more than our union with our spirits, and that we're real people, and we stay up for the entirety of the day, and we don't bond with our dream spirits during it, and it just reminds us that we matter here on this plane the way we are."
That's so deep.
It's we are. Yeah,
Nice.
That's good stuff.
It's a great day to get drunk.
That makes one wonder, because I don't think looking in, because I know some folks have started to share who, like, the class, race, and subclass and everything.
Right. For context, Azuri is a Kalishtar. They are literally humans bonded with otherworldly spirits, and we share a connection between them. And this day is the day to remember that we exist on the material plane, and that we, our lives here matter, even if we do have that connection. Our physical beings, or like what everyone else does. We have to treat that. Yeah.
Nice.
The context helps. That is awesome.
Very nice. But in game, I don't think anybody really understands that's what you are. Maybe just because nobody in real life knew what you were. That can be something that may or may not be an interesting playable aspect between the bunch of you.
This occurs as one of those little side things where you take us all to the side, we speak to the camera alone.
Yeah. like the confessionals on like reality shows. Exactly. It's like, I don't know why Lucar has to keep using my soap. He's got his own, like that whole thing, So, hey Sean, welcome. Jack, what is Jack's favorite holiday? I'm sure this is going to be intense.
Oh man, it's more of a recent holiday. It's Morning's End. It's the day we celebrate the end of the mornings. The morning that happened, and all that stuff, and all that nonsense. Because we shoot off fireworks, barbecue. We have some drinks, a couple, not too many. We're still young yet, and there's a big baseball game that happens. Like the All-Star baseball game happens right around that same time. So it's like sit back with some drinks, some meads, and watch the fireworks and watch a game. It's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Morning's End, man.
Well, happy Morning's End to you. Lissa, what's Lissa's favorite holiday?
Lissa's favorite holiday is the Mushroom Hunt Day, where they get together, their village or town where she's from, and they celebrate the goddess of the forest who's nearby. And to do that, they hunt for mushrooms. Like the adults and maybe some of the older children will collect mushrooms and maybe paint some and then hide them around town or around the woods, and the little kids go search for them. And she loves it. Yep. Okay. She has really fond memories of pushing kids over trying to get to the most mushrooms.
Dang. So it's like a fungal version of Easter almost, right?
Exactly. Yep.
That's cool. Velma, what's your favorite holiday?
Well, I'm going to cheat a bit because it's more of a season than an actual holiday. There is a holiday within it. It's the First Harvest Festival. It's I don't know why it's the first harvest because spring vegetables come up. The farmers markets are open all summer, but no, this the first harvest is a lot of drinking beer and mead and cider, and the wine presses are going full bore, and we carve pumpkins and eat pumpkin pie and then apples, and it lasts like a week and a half, and it culminates close to, but not quite on, the Night of the Living Dead.
Whoa.
That's the night when the veil between the worlds is the thinnest, and families gather and they pay honor to their ancestors and try to communicate with them. And occasionally the veil is so thin, there is some crossing over. When it's really bad, there are zombie outbreaks, and so you got to be ready. That's what the drinking's for.
It sounds like the worst holiday ever. The first part of it sounded great.
It's bad luck if you have to kill your own ancestors, though. So bad luck for a whole year. Nice.
So, Lucar, since you are here, do you want to speak up on your favorite holiday?
Yes. Lucar and his family are followers of the Silver Flame and celebrate the Silver Flame Day, which happens on the winter solstice, in which believers gather around to the eternal flame that exists and light their own torch to bring back to their home to ensure that that flame stays forever going.
How many people come there to get their torches lit?
3. I don't know.
That would be so awesome. You're everybody talking about Silver Flame Day. It's very important, and then only 3 people are
there. Hundreds of people. I think each town has their own little Silver Flame shrine where they can each have their own eternal flames. It turns out that having one eternal flame is not great, because if that one goes out, then you're in trouble. So you sort of spread the wealth.
Hence the spreading of it, right? Because then then you say, okay, which village has the strongest flame for this year's celebration, or gathering, if you will. And Skogar, what's Skogar's favorite holiday?
Skogar says, well, yeah, we don't have too many holidays that we kind of celebrate, but I don't know if you guys have heard of the race of 8 winds. Did you guys see this last year? Oh, it's pretty awesome. Once a year, annual race, all the best riders and every craziest riders from all over the continent. They come in, and last year, a half-orc won it for the first time, riding a gargoyle, made a full lap for 8 hours. He only crashed twice. It was pretty great. Murder Hobos opened up, for the first, and it was awesome. 3 of them died. It was just every year I'm looking forward to it.
Sounds intense, man.
So
it's like Blaze Ball, but it's better.
So Murder Hobos kind of I would consider probably a our world parallel to be maybe in appearance, maybe like a Slipknot or Mushroom Head type of gang of folks in some sort of masks and things of that nature. But then they probably get new band members, because if you said 3 of them died, then they probably right. So then they probably have to get new band members, a la Menudo, right, where they just get new young ones to join when they kick the older ones out. In this case, they're just refilling the gaps of those that get killed, right?
They have people waiting on deck just for the break. Like they got to bring in people just
So-
at the break. Yeah.
So what
They're
style?
only like 4 songs in.
I mean, the murder hobos. You got to roll up a new player every time, a new
Right.
bandmate. It's old school, right?
Right.
So what style of music would the Murder Hobos be?
It's like death rock, man. It's like hardcore thrashing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like some good like Cannibal Corpse or like one of those fine upstanding death metal bands. All right, so we're gonna jump right back into where we left off with everybody, and I took notes. I re-listened to the end just to make sure that I had everybody straight. We were just gonna go in order of where everybody is. So let me do a screen share to show El Mapo of Marketplace, and we will get going here. Part of me almost wants a third monitor just to put random other windows in a spot, but I don't think I have enough connections on my computer.
Do it.
It's a total first world problem, but okay, so we are going to start. We're just going to go in order of who's where. So I'll tell you who's where, and then we'll start. So Jack and Carl were going to Poppy's Potions. Lissa, Azuri, and Skogar were just catching up with Velma as she was going into Plum Market, and Lukar was you were just finishing up the conversation with your dad, and then probably determined from there where you would go. So real quick, Lukar, after that conversation with your dad, where would you be going?
Do I remember correctly? He pointed me towards someplace where he saw.
I believe hold on, let me see.
I can't remember if he would pointed me towards.
I am pretty sure. I think it was that he said, just that he saw him. But
Well, if that's the case, I'll follow the bigger group of folks, Lissa and Skogar, and
yeah, he said he didn't really say where. He did say he noticed somebody with that sort of attire, like that green, like some green, and halfling with some green on him. So, okay. So then we are going to start with Jack and Carl as they go into Poppy's. Carl opens the door for you, Jack, and says, "Oh, please, after you."
Oh, thank you, Carl. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
So as you walk in, the shop is cramped and cluttered. Shelves and tables stacked high with a variety of potion bottles and ingredients. The air has so many unique scents, like sweet and pungent smells, and you just can smell herbs and spices and all kinds of layers of different kinds of odors, floral to like, I guess, sour, like just all different, all over the spectrum, right? And then the owner of the shop is Poppy, and you assume that this person is the owner as she's more towards the back of the store, and she's just organizing stuff, and she has a long curly hair dyed bright purple, impeccably dressed, and is a half elf. There is a small a younger gnome that comes up to you. He's like, hey, welcome to Poppy's. Can I help you?
Hi, how's it going?
You call me Fitch. I'm great. How are you?
Oh, Fitch, how you doing? Oh, we just established that, Fitch. I'm just kind of browsing around. I did have like a question of like, I don't know, kind of feeling, stepping outside my box a little bit here, and I was looking for something that maybe is kind of popular with the halflings. I gotta be honest with you. I got this, back at the Windshire, I got my eye on this halfling lass. I want to just, make some friends with her, and I wanted to get her something, kind of remind her of home, or just like a halfling, something that halflings like, I guess.
Interesting. Well, I kind of think I mean, we've had a few halflings come in today, not that many. Like I think maybe like 3, and they all bought something different actually. Like they all had different tastes. I think they kind of were. It kind of depended on what their situation was.
Okay.
I mean, I can tell you like we've got our more popular series on sale right now. If
No, yeah, tell me more. Tell me more about that, Fitch.
You want to look at the list?
Yeah, let's tell me more.
Yeah, so we got okay. So our potions of healing just for today are only 30 gold a piece.
Ooh.
That's like 40% off out the door.
That's a
My
good deal.
My boss is kind of she's crazy for giving them away at these prices, but she just makes so,
they gotta lock her up, right?
Her output is so significant. She just cranks them out.
Hey,
man.
the stock is too high. You gotta push them out.
It's
New
insane.
models always coming in, right?
It's been a little slow, the last couple of weeks. So we got some inventory, a little bit. The shelves are a little more full than normal.
Gotcha. No, I feel you.
But so we got so like the ones that are on sale. Besides that, we got our potions. We got our potions of climbing. Got flying. You got animal friendship. Okay. You got hill giant strength.
Oh.
You got invisibility. You got mind reading.
Well,
which that might be good for the lady friend, right? You can know what she's thinking.
That might help at all, but I don't want to get I don't want to intrude on their privacy. You know what they say, a
little dab will do you. I mean,
I guess
doesn't take much. And we got acid resistance, fire resistance, we got water breathing, and then we got necrotic resistance, which is actually really, really popular right around Night of the Living Dead time.
Okay,
we sell out every year. We actually like started to enforce like encouraging pre-orders just to like try to make more ahead and even sell even more. But we have them now because that holiday's a little bit away still. But yeah, anything sound interesting to you?
Oh man, I'm thinking climbing's good, invisibility, that's good.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, 25 gold a piece. I mean, that's bargain basement prices, buddy.
No kidding. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Why don't you? I think the heck. I'm feeling flush with cash. Why don't you give me one of each? One invisibility. Give me one of the other one. The one invisibility, one of climbing.
Okay, you got it. Climbing potion and you said invisibility potion, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
I got you. And then Carl,
do you have like a like a discount? Buying bulk.
I mean,
now your prices are so low, right?
They already are on sale. Like we do bulk. We like do buy the case discounts. I mean, so you'd have to buy like 24 of one of these before you even see that kind of deal.
I got you. No problem. I got you.
I mean, if you want to get bulk potions, you can go to you can go down. I think there's the one in I want to say it's maybe Fairhaven, where they got the Crossco over there where you can buy in bulk. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, nobody needs all that. You got to buy the membership.
I've only heard about it. I buy local. You got
to buy the membership and everything. Like I'm not going to pay.
Exactly.
I'm paying you to shop. Come on.
Exactly. And then you got to buy big boxes of like 50 socks that you're never going to use. You're going to die before you use all those socks.
Right.
Who needs that many socks?
So I mean, take one of each, and I don't know. I mean, tell me more about these halflings that came through. Like I said, I'm trying to get into that halfling mindset, I guess. Anyone, look, I don't know, interesting or shifty or any of that stuff.
So Carl comes up and he's like, pardon me, when you go back to get his, can you please get me 2 acid resistance potions, please? I think it's pretty obvious why I would benefit from those. And he just slips the guy some coin. And Fitch is like, oh yeah, great. Man, you guys have no problem throwing down some cash. So halflings. Well, I mean, they're all pretty, I don't know. They're all kind of just drab and plain. Nothing really special. I mean, let me rephrase. one of them had like really tight curly hair, which I thought was kind of weird. For you don't see halflings usually have a lot of straight wavy hair. They don't they look like they get their hair cut with bowls on top of their heads. Like they don't really spend a lot of time like with their personal grooming necessarily of how their appearance, right? So I think, and this is coming from a gnome, just make sure, let's be clear that this little gnome is throwing a lot of bias on halflings right now. He's like, Fitch is like, yeah, really tight curly hair. It's kind of weird, but I mean,
beards.
But it looked good. It looked good. They were pulling it off quite well. So, yeah. But
I kind of want to see that. Did that one tell you like where they were going, what they're doing? You know.
I mean, they mentioned something.
Frankly, I want to see a curly-haired elf or halfling.
They were talking about going over to the plum market, I think, and then no, it was the plum market and then the candy store. That candy store is crazy, by the way, because that candy's not regular candy. It's like got magic. They have like regular candy, but then they got magic candy. That does some weird stuff.
Well, thank you, Fitch.
Yeah, no problem.
Fitch,
I'll be right back
with
you.
Yeah,
I'll be right back with your stuff.
Yeah.
So he goes to the back, and then you see Poppy come up, and she just glides up in front of you, you know, like all like smooth and like you can't really see your feet move, and she's like, well, hello, patron. Hey. I see you're purchasing some of my goods. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I hope these potions work as well as Fitch says you are selling. You know, talking you up. How long have you been making potions?
Oh, my dear, it's been at least about 100 years.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, It sounds like you think you would get a pretty expertise in that after 100 years.
I'm not one to boast, but as Fitch likes to say, I can crank them out. I can build that stock up with no problem. I've been considering bringing on an apprentice at some point. So if you know of anybody who's interested in the ways of alchemy, feel free to send them my way.
Yeah, I don't think I know anybody like that.
That's fair. It's not for everybody.
Yeah, like not a lot of people on the Blaze Ball team that does it. But speaking of that, is there anything that helped with Blaze Ball? Any type of something that can kind of like slide under the what are those called? Drug tests?
Well, actually, all of
this is gotta happen.
So she says all of my. I mean, you've presented me with a tough quandary because the entrepreneurial side of me has many ideas for you, but the pending legal action side of me is wondering if that's the best course of action. But let me start with this before I give you my recommendation. Let me give you this, and she hands you like a little. It's like maybe a third size vial of like what a normal potion size would be. Mm-hmm. And she's like, when a customer comes in and buys something, I like to give them a free sample, and this is a sample vial of a detect thought potion.
Okay.
So
I mean, isn't everybody thinking, at some point? Although maybe not Skogar.
I mean, it's very good for it lasts for a short amount of time because it's a sample, right? But it's great for detecting thoughts. You can drink it before you ask somebody a question, right? So if you really want to know that they're telling you the truth, or they're if they're not hiding something from you, that's a perfect time to drink it.
All right, well that is something. I do appreciate that. Then she leans in, but then she leans in and she just says, "Hell Giant strength," and then she pats you on the shoulder and she goes, well, I need to go check on Grunthor. He's my other employee, and he's taking care of the shelves and inventory. I need to go check on it. And you hear Grunny. One last question for her, but well.
Oh, she's like, did you? Well, she's walking away, kind of turns her head back. She's like, Are you good? Did you need something else?
Oh, yeah. I was wondering what the going rate of. I came into these things. I just found them. We went on a little adventure. They're corpse flower seed pills. I was wondering if you had anything, like maybe needed to make a potion with them, anything like that. Like what, if there's any wheelings and dealings with that, or if you know somebody who would, need them. I have no idea what they're for. I guess if you know anybody who knows something about these, I just
gotcha.
Or if you're interested, you make potions.
So as soon as you say corpse flower seed, her eyes get really big. And she's like, those have been very hard to get lately. Very hard to get.
And it's almost like the supply was cut off.
And I typically need to stock up on them for use in my necrotic resistance potions, which, as you probably have heard, his tagline that they are very popular, and I sell a lot of them. You say you have some.
Yeah, like
would you care to part with them?
Well, I mean, I think we could.
Or some, maybe. How many do you have?
I believe I have about 10 or so.
I'll tell you what. I will give, for every one you give me, I will give you one potion in exchange of whatever on our list you desire.
Now that sounds like a great deal. I love this idea.
And when I say on our out of game, when I say on our list, I mean like pretty much any potion that's in a potion table within like the either Player's Handbook or DM's Guide or one of those places.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Poppy. You've been a great help, and I'll tell you what. And I just dropped one. I just dropped one of the corpse flower seeds for her. This is for the the hill. This is for the detect thoughts.
Oh well, the detect thoughts was a sample. That was free.
So is this. This is a sample too.
Why, thank you. And she takes it, and she takes it and puts it in one of the like bunch of pouches she just has so elegantly like mixed within her dress and stuff. She's like, so you don't wish to get rid of any more then?
Not right now, but
okay, fair.
Definitely.
Well, my deal still stands. If you want to go and see what else you could potentially get for those, that's fine. I completely understand.
Yeah, I think I need to think it over a little bit. Obviously, I don't carry those things around on me at all times either.
I'm even including like my top shelf.
Yeah, no, definitely. I would definitely need to peruse the list and get back to my stock. But
that is fair. Well, thank you so much, and I believe I see Fitch coming, so I'll be on my way.
Great, thanks so much.
And she looks over at Carl and she said, "It's so good to see folks of your kind changing their ways." And he's like, "Thank you, I appreciate that. We are quite misunderstood." And then Fitch comes up with the potions and gives you guys each your potion and says, "All right, you guys good?"
Thank you so much, Fitch. Say thanks again to Poppy for me, and maybe we'll check out that candy shop.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You should. They got these gumballs. I think they're gumballs. You chew on them, and you get like, and you can like, you get like a breath weapon for like 6 seconds or something crazy. It's pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. I don't know. There's some schmuck like over in a neighboring city. Like he's got one of those. I guess like there's two like ginger looking brothers that run the place, and they're trying to sell like all the candy and these fancy little tricks and stuff, and they're trying to compete. But man, this guy's candy shop is the bomb for sure.
Again, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Have a great day.
I will definitely be in talk with Poppy again.
Thanks for coming. And we're gonna cut out from you guys. We're gonna go to you, Lucar, since you're kind of off by your lonesome, to see what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna try to catch up with the bigger group of folks. So I think it was Lisa, Skogar, and
cool. So then, yeah, we'll fast forward then to the bunch of you.
And I'll tell them, hey, I ran into somebody. I don't want to let them know it was my father. And say they've seen the halfling around. He's wearing some sort of green tunic. We should be able to find him pretty easily.
Does he got curly hair, like real curly hair? Did you say?
I don't know. I only know about the tunic.
Okay.
Jack, you're not there.
Oh, sorry. I thought
Not,
we were all
not yet.
caught
Not
up.
yet. Anyway. Not yet. Anyway. So, all right. So we're gonna go up to the plum market. Because this should be fun. And you walk in through this area right here, which is going to be the front door. Lucar, why don't you make the determination of which area you'd like to go first? You can just pick a number that's on this map, or I can tell you what each thing is.
I'll head towards one.
Towards one? Okay. So you go up to booth area number 1. It's like a bunch of tables all in a rectangle. And does the rest of the group are you all together, like sticking together?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like huddled in the middle of.
Well, I already know Azuri is. He's not gonna. Yeah, he for sure is. Velma, what's Velma doing?
I was just asking the different booth owners if they had seen such a halfling with the red hair and a green tunic.
So you're just walking around to different ones asking them?
Yeah, I'm just straight up asking. I'm not. I'm just looking for a guy. If you've ever seen this guy.
Okay. Well, you're still gonna have to tell me which numbers you go up to as you do it.
We entered through the northeast. You said. So,
yeah, through right here, and then Lucar said he was going over to number 1.
Right. We always turn right, don't we?
That's what I thought.
1 is on the right.
But you can go to a different one if you want.
That's why I selected it.
Yeah, we can start. We can do them in parallel. It's fine. You want to go to 2?
Okay.
All right. So number 1, Lucar, this is the consignment area. You see behind the table there's a gnome. And he's like just haggling, wheeling, dealing with a couple people on the other side. He turns around real fast. He sees you and he's like, "What's up, boss? What you need? What can I do for you? My name's Finley. It's Finley's consignment."
Hey, consignment, eh?
Yeah, you got something you don't want anymore? I'll sell it for you. I'll make you a pretty penny.
Why that sounds fantastic. And I pull out of one of my pockets, check out this thing, and it's a mushroom, but it smells like butterscotch. Pretty nifty, huh? Maybe somebody would like that. And
so you're handing it to him to check it out?
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, put that on consignment. Tell me what you think you can get for that. I don't really need it, but I could use some gold.
So he takes it and he looks at you, looks at it, looks at you, looks at it. He's just doing this for like a couple seconds. It's getting kind of awkward. And he takes a big whiff. It's like, yeah, I could probably net you like probably at least 2 gold for this thing.
Well, that'd be fantastic.
I mean, do you want people to know what it really is, or do you want to make money?
What it really is? It's a mushroom that smells like butterscotch. Pretty nifty, isn't it?
Okay, okay, let me try this again. Do you want people to know what it really is, or are we just going to call it a butterscotch shroom? Because we can do that too.
Sure. That sounds fine. Whatever gets me the most money, dude.
Okay.
You're the consignment seller. I'm just the guy who's got something to sell.
I got you. Hey, you look kind of familiar to me a little bit. You look like, have I seen you in like one of these kind of places? Like have I seen you run a booth somewhere or something?
No, I helped my parents with their store back in 3.
No shit. You're the still shower.
Yeah, I'm their son. Yes.
No shit.
Well,
hey, I tell you what, I'll get you 3 gold for this mushroom. Your family's good people. They even look out for shady guys like me. So good on them.
Well, that's great. Thank you. Hey, by the way, you probably haven't seen me in years and you remember my face. That's amazing. Have you seen
Oh, I see
another
what you did there.
halfling maybe here recently? Like, I don't know, even within the past like hour or so, in a green tunic, red hair?
As a matter of fact, I saw this he was he's younger than you. Um, and he talked kind of funky, and he had a green tunic on, he had some tight curly hair, and then he said, and he was like, he was looking for a box. He wanted to buy a box to put something in a box.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a box, so he left.
You
I didn't
see which
see
way he went.
I didn't see where he went because I was getting hit by like 2 or 3 other customers at the same time.
Okay. Well, thanks. I'll come
But
back in about.
but he was here. And to be fair, this was like couldn't have even been maybe 10 minutes ago. It wasn't that long ago.
All right, we'll keep looking for him. And what? Should I come back in a week? Will you have sold the butterscotch mushroom by then?
He's like, he goes, wait, hang on a second. Can you just wait here for a second? And you see him go over, and he's like, butterscotch mushroom. Got a butterscotch mushroom here, super rare, hard to find. And like you see, like two random people come up and grab it and start looking at it. He's like, take a big whiff of it. He's like, yeah, especially you. Yeah, you the human, take a whiff of this. And the human takes a big sniff, and he's like, whoa. He's like, bro, how much you want for that? He's like, 10 gold. And he's like, man, what a steal. And he gives him 10 gold, and then he takes a mushroom and he leaves. He turns back around to you and he goes, there you go. He gives you 3 gold. And he's like, yeah, have a good day, man. And
right.
He goes back to dealing with some other people. And let's go to number 2 where Velma is. So it's a gem stand. You see all the countertops are covered with like polished gems. And you see there's a dragonborn behind the counter.
I think it's pretty obvious to him that I'm a student and don't have a lot of cash for gems. But I will ask him, have you seen a shifty-looking halfling? I'm just going to start embellishing. Halfling with red hair and a green tunic at your booth?
No.
Not like fingering all these gems, with light fingers. Something that you would have been looking out for, I'm sure.
Yeah, no halflings coming around here today. I've seen a few wandering around, but none coming to my table.
Well, then just consider this a fair warning. If you see such a fellow, have him, stand back 3 feet while he's perusing your goods.
All right. You
can I do an insight check?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, just to see if he's just blowing me off, since I'm a poor college student. For those of you listening at home, I'm using D&D Beyond. All right, there we go.
That's why it's taking so long.
That's why it's taking so long. That's a 24.
Not only can you tell that he's not bullshitting you, you can also tell that he just knows he's not going to get a sale out of you, so he's not bothering to talk you up. But he's legit.
All right.
So, do Lissa or Azuri, did you want to go to a different table, or do you want to just follow along with like Lucar where he's going, or what? And he can just lead you guys, or do you want to go somewhere else?
Yeah, Azuri's tightly following behind. I think Skogar, because Skogar was over at the bookstore with him, so I'm just like right behind him, trying not to make contact with people.
Okay. Lissa, what about you?
I'm just following along.
Okay. Skogar, did you want to just follow along with Lucar, or did you want to stop on somewhere in one of these places on your own?
Skogar's fallen, and he notices Azuri that is just kind of clinging to him, then seems to be holding something tight. He goes, Azuri, did you find some good, like a good book back there? Looks like you found something you really like.
Oh yeah, this is the book from the bookstore. This is my new book. It's a book that I own now. I didn't have to borrow it from the library or anything. It's mine. It feels weird but good.
Yeah, I kind of feel weird but good about my poster too. quickly shows you it again.
Anything about your poster that's uncomfortable.
It's weird but good. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, late
So-
night.
Uncomfortable. Yeah. And I like turn my head down and look at the floor.
Yeah.
So Lucar, what's the next number you're going to? And Velma, what's the next number you're going to?
I'm probably gonna go to 7.
Okay.
I'll go to 4.
Okay. All right. So let's see. All right. So as you go to 4, you see there's like all these weapons on all these tables, and there's a really nicely designed sign, and it says "Show Weapons." And there's a person behind the table, and he's like totally doing like the hawking his good stuff, and he's like, "Show weapons, get your show weapons here. Nice, fancy, dull weapons. Can't hurt a fly, but look great on your wall." And he looks at you, Velma, and kind of eyes you up and down a minute, and is like, "Can I help you? You looking for like a dagger? Something small, reasonably affordable?"
I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of use for a blunt dagger. But I am actually hoping that you can help me with, I'm looking for someone who may have passed by here, a red-headed halfling in a green tunic.
Once you say that you're not interested in a dull dagger, he takes a smart stone out of his pocket and starts staring at it and pretending to be responding to messages and stuff. And he's like, and he looks back up at you, and he's like, his voice totally changes from the hawking voice. He's like, no, green tunic, no, sorry, man.
All right.
It just goes back to his.
Do you have any sharp daggers?
He's like, nah. He's like most people, because we sell a lot of this stuff so cheap that most people just buy them, and then they go to over to the weapons store, and they just get them sharpened, and it still ends up being less money than if they bought it at like an actual weapon place.
The secret is you actually steal them. Hey, can you hear the whispers? I don't have a sound engineer here telling me about the levels. The secret is you actually just steal the knives and sharpen them. Not that I would do that to you, sir.
He's like, man, this is my part-time job. I don't need all this extra stuff you're giving me right now. Like, right. I got other customers I need to deal with. I'll see you later. And he just turns and like ignores you and like goes over to somebody else and starts talking to him. And then we're gonna shift over to number 7, and we are going to have, let's see. I think it should be Lucar and Lissa. You should be making perception checks, please.
All right. That is a 11.
And mine is a 16.
Lucar, you glance just past, because this is all like fresh produce. It's like produce and fruits and vegetables and stuff over here. And you glance over and you see out of the corner of your eye, going out this door, you see a short figure with like a green tunic walk out of the market with a couple bags in their hand.
I whisper, "Listen, come with me," and I point towards the figure.
Okay, let's go.
So you guys are going to run after the figure then?
Correct.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Skogar, what are you doing? Do you catch them taking off?
Yeah, I mean, he's meandering with them. So if they start bolting, he's like,
yeah. I didn't realize he was close to us as well. So if Skogar's close to us, I whisper to him as well.
Okay. Velma, do a perception check for me. It'll be a low DC.
Well, that was a 19 plus 5 is 24.
Oh yeah, that's great. So yeah, you see the rest of your group start to hustle and run out. Like you assume they got some kind of dirt. So you wanna catch up?
I do, but I'm not just picking up and running after telling that dude I'm stealing stuff.
Yeah, that looks suspicious.
I just kind of wander off.
Okay.
And when I get close to the exit, then I'm out.
Okay. So you guys are running out of this side of the store, and you're going this way, and by the time you get out here, you don't see anybody in the immediate in front of you. And then let's go back real quick over to Jack. So Jack, where would you have, after the pop these potions, where would you have gone next?
Oh, I think I would have gone probably into the number 9. What's that area called?
So that's all the like open stands and stuff,
yeah,
right? Like the farm market.
I would have gone in there and just kind of looked around.
That's cool. So let's go to you real quick. So as you approach the stands, you see many different stands with handmade wares, local produce, things like that. And then in the center, you see like there's a stone figure. And it looks like it's a sculpture of an overweight male dragonborn. And there's a plaque underneath the statue.
I would love to read that plaque.
That reads, "In honor of our founder, Edward G. Marquette, known for his kindness and entrepreneurial vision. This statue is a dedication to his greatness."
Wait, this Market Town's is actually named after a guy named Market? Man,
Marketplace.
This is really, really blowing my mind right now.
And then right after you finish reading, why don't you do a perception check?
Okay. As I just roll on D&D Beyond because I don't have my dice with me. You said perception.
Mm-hmm.
There. 20 of the dirty variety, a dirty 20.
Okay. So you get a full glimpse of the rest of your group all running, hustling out of this store and heading in this direction.
Oh, snap. Did they steal some?
So
I'm very curious.
So are you going to go see what's going on?
I'm going to, once they, run past, I'm just going to, just start running by, hey.
So, yeah.
What are we running from?
So, Lucar, you come up to here.
Yeah.
So, as you come, Jack, you come over this way. You start to walk out a little bit, and you see that they sort of, kind of stop here. And then you look around this corner here to your left, and you see a halfling, curly hair, green tunic, surrounded by 3 half orcs. And you can hear there's not many other people really in that little alleyway section there, so you can easily hear the conversation. So the one half orc gets really close to the halfling, up in his personal space, and is like, "Oh, hey there, pal. What do you got there?" And then another one says, "Looks like one of them fancy kids' toys, don't it, Grant?" The second half orc stands next to the first one. And then the other one says, our friend Larry's being awfully quiet, don't you think, boys?" And then he's like, hey, Cecil. He's like, "Beans, why don't you take a closer look at that?" So as they approach the halfling that they called Larry, then he speaks. "Oh, come on, guys," he says nervously. "Don't take my stuff. Why do you guys always have to be messing with me?" He looks really frustrated as the one half orc manages to wrestle the bag clearly labeled from the toy store from his hands. He's like, "Yeah, we can use this fancy piece of crap for target practice when we're practicing our spell attacks." And he pulls it out, and you can see that it's the toy it's a collectible figure toy from the toy store. And then Larry says, "No, I was getting this for my Uncle Raymond. I don't even think he knows it's out yet. I was gonna surprise him. Don't spoil it." And then the one half orc says, "Beans, just take it, and let's get the hell out of here. We don't need this crap. Let's go. It's fun to bully, but let's get the hell out of here." Skogar, could you do a
yeah. Do I notice some white paint? That's what Skogar wants to know. This because you said they can name Beans.
Yeah, I need you to roll a perception check, please.
Yeah. All right. He gets this little sense about him that maybe his bounty hunter's mark, which is my class or whatever subclass that you gave me for the campaign. He's like, I feel something tingling. Let's see. You said perception?
Yeah.
It's 13, but hold on, let me check that thing.
No, 13's good enough.
Okay.
So because this is
and I would have had advantage, so it would have went higher because of the bounty hunter thing.
We're gonna go back and see if you recall what you said about stories about your own character here. I say this out of game. So
okay.
You notice the half orc being referred to as Beans is walking with a very weird like he's walking kind of like bow-legged almost. Like the other two walk sort of normal, he doesn't. Like almost like he had some pretty severe like life-altering groin injury.
Yeah, that sounds right.
At a much younger age. And then right as your gears are starting to turn just a little bit and starting to piece some things together, because it's like the gerbil's like brushing the cobwebs off the wheel in the brain and finally starts to get the wheel moving, and then you start to piece all this stuff together, and then the half orc looks up at you and he's like, holy shit. And he's like, freaking Skoga. And he's like, get out of my way. And he starts like trying to like hobble, like his movement's like not the same speed as normal.
Yeah.
As he starts to hobble towards you. And now I think is a good time for initiative order, please, and thank you. And Azuri, you'll still be playing as Carl for this, as far as actions to take, because now everybody's so like Jack, you're coming up with Carl like to the back of the group, and you just catch the tail. Like you see, it's like it all pops together to you really quick. You see there's the halfling, and you're like, no shit, he did have curly hair. And then you see the toy getting tossed around amongst the half orcs, and then you see the one half orc walking with his eyes set on Skogar, and that's what you walk into. And tell me what you guys got.
I got 23.
Oh.
Okay.
Carl,
Next.
22.
Nice.
And Azuri got a 10.
Okay.
Lissa also got a 6.
Wait, somebody else got a 6 and I didn't catch
never mind. Maybe I misheard it.
I did. Lucar got a 6.
Okay. What about Velma?
Might be muted because we can't hear him.
Muted. 7.
7. Okay. Skogar, what'd you get?
14.
All right. For the sake of the awesome story that's about to ensue here, I'm just gonna bump you to the front.
Okay, Skogar. Good, because I had something to say to him.
I got something to say.
We'll make it brief.
All right, and then let me roll. Okay, so we're looking at Skogar, Jack, Carl. We're gonna say Beans, Skogar. Yep, Skogar, Azuri, and then the other two half orcs. And then Lissa, Lucar, who's first between the two of you?
I have a 14 dex.
I think mine is a 16. No. Yeah, 16.
Nice.
So Lucar, Lissa. All right, I got everybody. Velma, you're before Lucar and Lissa. So top of the order is Skogar. What do you got to say?
Skogar sees Beans sauntering up to him and he goes, How's it hanging, Beans?
He's like tight and painful thanks to you.
Yeah, I bet. And the kids?
He's like, you say. He just runs towards you. He tries to run towards you, and he can't. He's just like hobble running towards you. It looks so pathetic.
Yeah.
He's like, but he's got his hand on a nice little mace on the side on his side as he's trying to get towards you.
Yeah. You can let that happen if you want.
No, you are technically
Okay.
you're first, so you can make a move on him.
So I'll just kind of walk forward and draw his longsword and just say, and ready in action, that if he comes near me, he's gonna swoop. But he said, "Beans, you should have stayed down back at the graveyard." That's what he does.
And then, so you're holding your action, Jack. It's your turn. And you're muted.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know what I'm going to do here because, like, I guess I'm going to pause. I'm sitting there laughing hysterically after the kids remark. And
fair.
Yeah, I guess I'm just going to take like a. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna do like a disengage move so that nobody can hit me, and then I'm gonna move up next to the halfling whose toy is being. I guess I'm gonna try to move like in between where they're tossing around the toy and see if I can't grab the toy out of.
Yeah, because you're all like within a like 30 feet grouping at the most, like 20, probably closer to 20. 25 feet.
Yeah,
grouping.
so I guess like I'm like disengaging past the guy Beans on Skogar, and I just like the kids as I walk by the guy with the kids, and I just like laugh my like right in his face, and then I move up where they're tossing around the doll.
Okay,
see if I
good.
Can grab it.
What is Carl gonna do?
Carl is going to run up and just say you guys cannot be openly aggressive, and is going to run up and try to grapple him.
Yeah, so Carl says, please stop. Do not be a bully. Bullies are not cool.
And he's trying to grapple him and do one of those hold him back from the fight kind of deals.
Okay. And who's he doing that to? Which one?
The guy that's coming up to Skogar.
Oh, he's trying to hold off Beans. Okay.
He's going to try to hold Beans back.
Okay.
So that's for grapple, it's opposing strength.
I think so, yeah.
All right. Well, that is a natural 20 plus 2, 22.
Oh man, he didn't see you popping out from behind me.
So Beans gets grappled, and Beans goes, "What the? Come on! What the heck? Come on, man!" And Carl's like, "No, you must calm down. This is not the way. You must calm down." And so then Beans is gonna go. He's gonna try to break the grapple. And is that strength against strength again?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. So he's gonna roll to break the grapple, and he got a 13.
8. He breaks the grapple.
Right. So he's like, "No." It's like this fighting means something. This is closure. And he keeps walking towards Skogar. But of course that's his turn. And then it is Azuri. It's Azuri's turn.
Azuri's gonna see this, and Azuri is gonna go ahead and is gonna come up to Skogar, gonna tap him on the shoulder and cast Guidance.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
That'll give you a D4 for an ability check of your choice.
Sweet.
He does that and just says, "You got this, buddy." Yeah.
Skogar shoots you back like finger guns. Like, thanks, buddy.
And then like duck behind him a little bit more.
So the second and third half orc, they get to go. One of them looks at you, Jack, and they're like, "Hey, you stay out of this, man." And he goes to swing at you with a small club, like a billy club kind of deal. And does an 18 hit?
I believe he has disadvantage because I'm doing the dodge thing, right?
Oh, okay. Well, then let's see. Then he misses you.
I guess I didn't say dodge. No, 18 hits. That's a go ahead hit.
Okay. Then it's going to be 5 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
And that's going to be
That hurts.
it's going to be a swat to the temple, side of the head.
That's my blaseball head.
And then number three is going to just he's going to be like, he says to the other one, he's like, yeah, give that guy a what for? And then he just walks over to the halfling and pushes him down on the ground. And just starts to take the toy and starts to walk away with it. Like just almost like strutting, like he's just like, yeah, we like not even worried about you guys. Lissa, Velma, it's your turn.
Well, my goal is to secure the MacGuffin, so I am going to go after that half orc who just pushed down the halfling.
Okay.
And my handbag is full of those tetrahedral metal dice that I bought at the toy store. I will use that to hit the half orc in the back of the head. So until I make that into a blackjack, it's going to be, until that happens, I'm going to treat that as an improvised weapon. Does anyone know how that works?
Just a D4.
I think it's a D4, yeah.
All right. Proficiency bonus or not?
I think
you have to be proficient like barbarians. Proficient.
You have to be proficient like a improvised weapons. Right. There's a feat for it, or barbarians, yeah.
Natural 1. So the call drops. The entire field of battle is now littered with dice, and it is now difficult terrain. So nobody's moving anywhere very fast.
It's like you dropped a bunch of Legos all over the ground.
Oh, my glasses!
Yeah. Now, they're tetrahedrons and not D4s though? Oh, are they D4s?
They are D4s. They're metal D4s.
They're caltrops.
Everybody's just like stops and stares at you like, oh.
Lucar, it's your turn.
I'm going to try to take advantage of the chaos and use my mage hand to grab the toy out of the half orc's hand.
Okay. Trying to think of what does the mage hand actually have strength, or is it your strength? Because it can only lift. I was going to say it can only lift 5 pounds, right?
I believe is what the mage hand does. Yeah.
Why don't we call? I'm trying to think. Like,
seems like it should be like a stealth.
That's what I'm thinking. Like a surprise thing, right?
Sleight of hand or something.
Yeah, roll sleight of hand.
13.
Okay. So what does your mage hand look like?
My mage hand looks like a like a paw, like a wolf's paw.
Okay, sweet. Nice. So this like wolf paw kind of comes out of nowhere, and the half orc's like, what the and then like before he can even like finish dropping his swear, like the wolf paw grabs the toy out of his hands, and he's like and so that's the end of your turn, right? Because you can't move it on the same turn you cast it, can you?
I don't know. Probably not.
Okay. Let's assume not. And Lissa, we're going to go to you.
All right. Lissa runs up and she is going to yell at that same half orc. Be like, yeah, let the toy go. And then just cast magic missile at him, trying to distract him from,
Okay.
Yeah. Trying to grab it.
On which one? On the one that had the toy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right. So that is 3 of them. They get to automatically hit. Do. So that is 9 force damage. Just like
he's
boom,
like,
boom, boom.
He's like, oh. He's all mad. As he just gets pelted with 3 magic missiles, and he's like, he's like, this shit isn't fun anymore, Beans. And he just starts to walk away. Like he's just leaving. He's like, this is bullshit. And you're, Lissy, you feel your smart stone vibrate.
Oh no. I silence it.
Okay. And then top of the order back to Skogar.
Skogar definitely knows what he's doing. He takes a careful step forward. I assume that Beans is like right there. And
Yep.
he is going to swing down with his bone sword, but like real low on him. And all right, that is a 19 to hit. And throws a tripping attack at Beans. The damage from the attack is 12.
In total?
Yep. And then he's got to make a strength saving throw versus 13. And he's trying to knock him over back into the Tetra Legos.
He fails.
Oh, man. So he's on his back and prone.
So he lands on the Legos. The tetrahedral dice, if you will, and then takes another 3 damage from that.
Oh.
And he's like, ow! He's like, Skogar, I freaking hate you. And
I
Jack,
bet this looks familiar, doesn't it? Beans?
Jack, it's your turn.
Yeah, so this guy who hit me, I'm going to just take out my short sword and stab him.
As you should. Yeah, that's fair.
14?
That's a hit.
Cool. All right, that is going to be for 5 whole damage, Oz.
Okay. He's like, oh.
Like, bro, come on.
And you see him start to back away.
That's right. That's right.
Like not that it's his turn yet, but you see like he's starting to motion, like he's starting to back away from you.
We got the thing, right? We got the toy. All right, keep walking.
Not sure. I think actually Lucar has it.
Yeah, I got it.
Mage hand. Yeah. Next up is Carl. What's Carl gonna do?
I think Carl's gonna come to Jack's defense and just come up and try to give that guy a 1-2 punch.
Okay.
Not
do
really
it.
Situation.
The guy that attacked Jack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna give him a quick 1-2. That is for.
What is it?
13 to hit. 13.
That is a hit.
All right, so that is gonna be 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
The second arm comes around for a 22 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit for sure.
For 4 points of bludgeoning damage on that one. So 3-4.
Yeah, he's like, ow. And Beans is going to, because he uses his movement to get up, right? That's how that works.
Half, I think.
Okay. Half of his movement to stand up, so he stands up, and then he tries to move in closer to you, Skogar.
Well, I hit him from 5 feet, so we'd be. I don't think he'd have to move.
Okay,
We're standing
cool. So then
he
just gets up and he swings at you with his mace and misses you, and he's just like he's so upset. He's just like, come on, man, this can't happen again.
Just walk away then, dude.
Azuri, it's your turn.
Azuri is gonna go ahead and try to catch at least the leader guy here, not Jax. What's his name? Oh gosh,
Beans.
Beans.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to catch Beans and anyone who's shortly behind him in a fairy fire. So it's a 20-foot cube.
Oh damn.
I'll do it so that Beans is sort of at the front face of the cube, and then anyone who's behind who would also get captured in this.
So Beans, the halfling, and then one of the other half orcs.
Yeah, so they have
Got
to
it.
make a deck save.
Okay. That's 3 deck saves for 2 half orcs and 1 green tunic halfling. Got it. So Beans passes.
Okay.
The halfling and the other half orc do not.
Okay, so the ones that don't pass are going to be encompassed in a violet light.
Okay.
Nice.
And attack rolls against them have advantage.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Not become invisible.
So the halfling's like, what is this? Is this some kind of spell on me? I didn't do anything wrong, man. Just let me go.
I'm sorry. I still can't aim that well, but it's fine. It's not hurting you, right?
You should be better at this. I don't understand. You look like you'd be better at this. He's just like he's almost starting to cry, and then
look around like
the second half orc is the one that was, let's see, the one that was running away. He's doing double movement to just sprint out of there. He's gone. He's out of the mix. He's not even bothering. The other one, however, that is going to swing at you again, Jack. And he's going to hit with a dirty 20, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And then that's going to be 6 bludgeoning.
Dude.
And he's like, one of us is going down, man, and it ain't gonna be me. And Velma, it's your turn.
I am going to move up to the highlighted halfling and just make sure he does not escape. I'm going to say, let you go. I don't think so. You've got some questions to answer.
He's like,
I don't think this combat's probably not appropriate to ask questions.
He's like, just don't let me get beat up, okay?
I will. No, I'm not readying an action. I'm just like making sure he doesn't go away.
Okay.
I will grapple if necessary.
Lucar?
I am going to. Is 6 or 7 quickest to get to with an open door?
I would say 7.
I'm going to bring the toy close to me with the mage hand and then double time it into 7 and try to get lost in the crowd.
Okay. You're heading into Balarn's butcher shop. And that is your turn. So essentially you get to the door. You can get to the door.
Okay.
With the toy. And but the half orcs are like they don't even give a shit about the toy anymore. Like one just wants to beat up Jack, and Beans is just all about Skogar. So you've successfully secured what you believe to be the package. Lissa, it's your turn.
I checked my phone to see who it was.
It's actually a message from Sable, and it just says, we're supposed to study today. You hear the voice in your head, like her saying, like the text. She texts like she talks, so it's like, we were supposed to study today, right? At the library. Is that today?
Oh shit! Oh man! Oh no! I totally blew off Sable. Oh, I'm the worst. And Lissa texts back. She's like, "Yeah, had to do extra credit assignment. I'll be back this evening to study." And she texts that right then and there.
And all she responds back with is K.
Oh, Lissa's like, I'm gonna have to make this up to her. I feel so bad.
Is that your action?
That's her action, just standing there, just conflicted about.
Skogar, it's your turn.
Skogar kind of like looks over at Lissa like, what the hell? And then he is going to obviously swing down on Beans again.
Okay.
This time with another ferocity, and he uses another movement. Oh shit! Will you allow me to use my advantage from session 1 that I never?
That's a negative.
Dang!
Oh, you did get a plus. You got a D4.
Tired. Oh, no, I crit failed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's.
Was that what you were talking about, Jonathan?
No, you get advantage on the attack because he's fairy fired.
No, he's not. Right. No, Beans is the only one that passed.
He's not. That's right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Good call out. Okay, so you miss him.
Yep.
And he just laughs at you, and he's like, "Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, I knew it. You're nothing but talk." Jack, it's your turn.
All right. So this dude who's fighting me, he's either engaged with. He's also Carl's there with my side, or he's lit up too, right?
Wait, say that last part again.
He's lit up, very fired.
Oh yeah,
This one I'm fighting.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Then I am hitting him with my Schwartz sword.
Do it.
That's gonna be a natural 20.
I'm assuming this is with the quote unquote flat of your blade.
Sure, of course. I mean, we do with your natural 20s. Do we do the full damage plus dice, or how do you do it?
Yes.
Well, then that's going to be 30.
That dude is down and out cold, and he's like,
whap!
"Oh man!"
Like a blaze ball.
He hits the ground. With a thud.
I just swing and knock this dude. Yeah,
he hits the ground. Hits the ground with a bassy thud, and it's going to be Carl's turn. What does Carl do?
Carl, now that the one on Jax is down, is going to come over to Beans.
Okay.
And he's going to try to shove him down. Just shove.
Okay, do it.
Back into the dice. That is a natural 20.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Why don't you describe exactly how it happens? Because you can pretty much design this how you see fit.
So Carl gives Jack a quick high five for whacking the guy, and then just like turns and swings at Beans and just leans a shoulder in and shoulder checks him back into the dice field where he falls on his back. And
yeah, he's gonna fall on his back, and he's gonna take the maximum damage possible from these things on the ground. And he's like, ooh, as the wind's knocked out of him, and he's knocked prone. And Carl's like, I told you we don't like bullies. Way to go, Jack. That was a pretty slick hit. And it's Beans' turn. He's on the ground, he looks around at all of you, and he just shakes his head, and he's like, and he looks at Lissa just staring at your smart stone, and he's just shaking his head, and he's like, can I just leave?
Skogar reaches into his little pouch that he's got, if you'll allow this.
Yeah.
And then he grips something in his pocket, in his hand, and you hear like a little sizzling from his hand. And he gets real mad. He gets down, and he just like grabs his fist towards Beans, like he's gonna just plow him right in the face, just crush him. And he opens up his fist, and you look, his hand's burning because he's grabbing the metal, and he drops down 10 gold coins into Beans' chest and says, "Get your shit together, Beans. I bested you. You had no business trying this. Go home."
He's like, oh, and he's like grabbing the gold really quick and putting it in his pockets. before you change your mind. And then he like sits up and he's like trying to walk, poorly run, stumbling, like almost falling back onto the dice, tripping over them. He's like,
well, then Skilgar acts like he's going to kick him again.
he's like, oh man.
Skilgar has good laugh.
And then when he's safely out of distance from you, you hear him say in a kind of distant, quiet voice, like, "I'll get my revenge someday." And then he's gone. So you guys are out of initiative order. Lukar, you're in the meat market. Are you butcher shop? Are you coming back out? Or are you gonna look around the butcher shop?
I'll look around. See
okay.
If I
start with a turkey leg.
Yeah, can I just get a slice of roast beef, like a little sample?
Of course, you would ask that. Blarn the butcher's like, hey, I can give you I got some smoky samples back here. They're little meat sticks.
Can I get enough for my whole crew? There's 6 of us, I think.
I can give you for 5 silver. I can give you a dozen.
Yes. Make that happen.
So so he takes 5 silver, gives you a dozen meat sticks, and he's like,
how many silver and a gold? Is it 10?
10, I thought. Yeah.
10.
Let's adjust that to because it's 10 copper per silver, right? So let's make it like he said, it's 8. We'll call it 8 copper. I'm trying to make this relative, like realistic cost wise here, and a tenth of a gold piece is still like a lot of money. So
the gravity of giving Beans 10 gold was like that. That was huge. I marked it down. I knew what it meant.
Yeah.
So I come strolling out of the shop with the toy in one hand and a dozen Smokies in the other. And I say, "Hey, good job, everyone!" And I hand out 2 Smokies apiece to everyone on the in the crew.
Oh, and you're told, just so you know, like what he did mention to you is that it's an assortment, Smoky stick assortment. So it's like he's like
flavors will vary.
Yeah, because he whispers to you like I don't even remember what some of the meats are.
That's all right.
But they're safe to eat.
Good. I'm sure they're all good.
Okay, so you come out with the toy, and you guys are all standing there, and the scared Larry the halfling is just kind of standing there like, "Oh, thanks guys, you really saved me back there. Can I have my toy back so I can go give it to my uncle?"
Now, that doesn't wash. You said you were going to surprise him with a toy that he doesn't know you're getting, and he's already has it on layaway and sent somebody to fetch it who wasn't you. So try again.
But the toy store guy didn't tell me I couldn't buy it. He was so nice. He said he already had the last one saved for him already. It's almost like he knew I was coming for it.
Exactly. So how are you going to surprise your uncle when he's already purchased it?
He looks really like his feelings are really hurt by what you just said, and he puts his head down and he goes, "I don't know."
All right. Another insight check. Is this guy actually the nephew? That was only 14.
We could always just we could call him. We could just call. We could call what's his name? Yeah, your associate, his uncle. Maybe ring him up. See if he's.
I don't have. You want me? I don't have a thing to call him with.
All right. Well, I did call him last session. That's a good idea. Izuri. Let's find out who you really are. And so I call Raymond again.
Okay, so you call Raymond, and voice answers, "Hello."
Do you have a good for nothing nephew who's like always like fucking up and we're trying to establish someone's bona fides here.
What do you mean? What I have many nephews.
Yeah, I'm putting you on speaker.
Okay.
Larry.
He says, "Hello," and Larry goes, "Oh, Uncle Raymond, it's Larry." He's like, "Oh, Larry, my boy, what are you doing with these people?" He's like, "They said they want to know why I got you a toy, and they want it." He's like, "Oh, Daddy, why you can't afford to get me that? Why do you do that? I don't need you to do that. I hire people. I hired the cheap students like this to do this work for me. I don't need your family. You don't need to do this. I wanted to surprise you. I thought you would enjoy it." Well, Larry, yes, I would definitely enjoy it. Do not get me wrong, but you see, I dabble in this collectible resale market. So you get me this gift, I resell it in 2 years, you get upset with me. So it is okay. It is okay. I tell Larry used to, and he's like he starts to kind of like sniffle. He's like, "You don't want my gift?" It's like, no, that's not what I'm saying. You're not listening to me, Larry. You always put the wagon before the donkey and things like that. So what I'm saying is, if you still have the extra money, then you can just pay them, and you can bring me toy, and we do many birds, one stone. He's like, "Oh, okay." And then he's like, camera girl, Velma.
It's Velma, yes.
It's like, he will give you, he will have enough money to give you each 10 gold for your work.
I'm not arguing.
And you see, like, and he's like, "Okay, I go now." And he's like, "Larry, I see you back at house. I make you a nice meal for your trouble." "Okay, thanks, Uncle." And then so then he hangs up, and he comes up to you, Velma, and he's like, "I still think you're pretty mean. You're not very nice at all." And he pulls a pouch out, and he's like counting out coins. And he's
Before
like,
you go, Larry, I have a question about those guys who attacked you. You seem to have known them.
He's like, "I'm not answering your questions. You're just mean to me." And he gives you the gold, and he starts to walk away. And he's like, "They're just bullies. They follow me all over the place, and they torment me. So thanks for making them leave."
I'm now officially worse than a bully.
And he
he knows to somebody who just asked pointed questions.
And just to add insult to injury, he then steps on one of those dice on the ground, and he's like, "Ah, my foot!" And then he starts hopping away. And you have just completed economics and bartering 108.
Well, I paid 10 silver for those dice. I'm going to scoop up as many as I can find and put them back in my purse.
Cool. Do it.
And then let's have that well-earned ice cream.
Yeah. So anything else you want to do? You want to go to the Cold Stone Creamery? Did you want to go to the candy store? Like, there's still places you can go if you want before heading back to campus.
We should totally check out the candy store. That sounded awesome.
I was thinking the candy store. Yeah.
Okay. So everybody candy store, some candy store?
Candy store works for me.
Okay.
Yeah, Jack will go.
It's the cooler of the two places. It has the most prep work done to it. So just saying.
Okay.
I mean, I could freestyle some Cold Stone Creamery shit, but which might be fun too. But like, all right, so you walk up to the candy store, which is right here in the corner on the map, number 1, and you see a sign out on the outside. It's really gorgeous sign. It says Akhmavid's Sweet Shop, and you see like in the windows, you just see all kinds of like, shelves of like candy and stuff like that, being displayed in the windows. And you walk in and you see a dragonborn behind the counter. He's got a chef's hat on and stuff, and he's got like some whites on, and he's got a piping bag in one hand, and he looks at you all, and he's like, oh, hello, I'm Akhmavid. Welcome to my candy store. How are you? What can I do for you? I have great candy. I have magic candy and regular candy, but the magic candy is even better.
But what kind of magic candy is it?
He's like, oh well, and he's like, well, let me set down my piping bag. Hold on, and he sets it down, and he's like, and he comes out from behind, and like, he's like, he kind of looks like it, he looks he's a dragonborn that looks very reminiscent of like a dinosaur from the old Dinosaurs TV series from way back when. And he comes around from the corner, and he's like all just sort of like, kind of jolly, a little bit heavy set. And he's like, oh, allow me to show you the things that I have available for you to consume. And let's see, let me pull up my thing here. I've got blood chocolates. I've got bulk candy section. I've got dry gum breath balls. I've got fluffy sweet treats, gelatinous fruit cubes, magic sour balls, mockingbird gum, sugarettes, tensile taffy, werewigs, and wild magic sour balls. Any sound good?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's the mockingbird gum?
He's like, oh, that's a fun one. And a pack of green and blue speckled minty sticks of chewing gum, allowing anyone to chew it to emulate another person's voice for 1 hour.
Nice.
That's what that is.
What's the dragon breath ball? Or wait, no, dragon shard balls.
He's like, oh no, those are breath balls.
Oh yeah.
So you get 1 turn of a breath weapon corresponding to the color of the gumball.
Oh, awesome.
And there's packs of 3, so you would roll a 6-side for like 3 times to see which ones you got.
Yeah, I'm totally taking this. And then he makes that purchase if you want to settle it now or at the end collectively.
He's like, oh yes, my candy is artisanal. It is homemade. I make it myself. And I find magical means to enable the magic to happen in the candy. So this candy does not come cheap. I would expect 15 silver for this bag of the gumballs.
Deal. He puts it down.
And he tosses you a bag. It's a nice little lacy, like really cute little package, and you've got 3 gumballs in there. And I will put in the Discord here, I will just put that picture.
So he buys 2 bags, if you'll allow it. He buys 2 bags.
Okay. Mr. Moneybags.
Well,
we just got paid.
We're just
all right. Yeah, so I put that in the chat. Anybody else asking about something?
What are the tensile chewing gum and the wild magic sour balls?
So the tensile taffy, can stretch up to 80 feet long, hold 120 pounds of weight like a rope. Multiple pieces can be combined for added length or weight capacity. Each piece good for 1 use.
Nice.
So you unwrap it and it basically turns into like taffy that's like strong like a rope to use. That's that one. And then the
wild magic sour balls. The wild magic surge sour patch.
So these guys are basically you you take a you eat a wild magic sour ball, and then you have to roll on the wild magic table.
And
Nice.
are each of those, because they seem kind of cool, and are they really sour, like really sour, or just like tart?
You can get a bag of 10. They range in from tart to sour. You take your chance. And the magic is wild.
And how much are they?
That is 20 silver.
Oh, that's. I guess I just got. Yeah. Can I get some of the wild magic? One bag of those.
Yep. And he hands you one of those. So here, a bag of assorted sweets that are all enchanted with magical properties. Eat one and roll on the wild magic table. There's 20 in a bag.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's 20 times to just see what happens. And you want the taffy too, or no?
How much is the taffy for like 2 pieces?
10 silver.
10 each, or 10 total?
10 total.
10. Okay, yeah, two of those as well then. Thanks.
Okay. Put that in the Discord so you can reference it.
Do you have anything that a druid might like?
Yeah, I don't see anything on your list, but do you have, say, gummy bears of shape change?
Oh.
No.
That's a good idea, though.
It out there.
He's like, that sounds kind of weird. But he does say, I do have some gumdrops. However,
Do the gumdrops do anything?
you lose a spell slot, you eat a gumdrop, you get the spell slot back.
Oh, well, that sounds.
Pretty cool.
I'll buy 2 of those.
Those are 2 silver apiece.
Okay. Wait, for each gumdrop?
2 silver apiece, yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay. How about, let's see, 2 silver apiece. I'll buy 10.
Wow.
That's a lot.
He says,
5.
He says, okay. No, you can buy, as long as you got the money for it, you got to track.
Yeah, I'll buy 10. I said it. Let's do it.
Yeah, make note of what those do.
Mm-hmm.
Because it will require an action to eat one to replenish that spell slot.
All right.
If it's in combat or something. Anyone else?
Yeah, how much for the voice changing chewing gum?
The Mockingbird gum is 10 silver for a pack.
I'll have one of those. How many in a pack? 5?
5 sticks. Yep. Voice change for 1 hour.
Is it sugar free?
It is not. I use sugar here. Real sugar, not fake sugar.
Well, that stevia tastes kind of funny, so that's good.
Anyone else?
I'm just sitting there chewing on a smoky. Like, I'm more of a savory guy than a sweet guy.
That is fair. And he says, "Oh, you said something about what a druid would like, right?"
Yes. Ooh.
Some have been known to enjoy the gelatinous fruit cubes. They're a little strange, but and eating one causes you to exude mildly acidic slime from the palms of your hands for 10 minutes. Your own slime does not hurt you. Touching another creature with your slime deals 1d6 acid damage on a failed save. And they come with a variety of fillings.
I mean, that sounds awesome. How much are those?
Those are 15 silver apiece.
All right, I'll buy one of those.
That sounds good.
Is that a bug in there, Alyssa?
It's fruit. I think this one
fruit.
has a little orange slice in there.
Oh.
All right. Jack, no candy for Jack. Jack is good.
I spent a lot of money on potions, so I think
That is fair.
Pretty good right now.
All right. So if everybody is good, then what we can do is we can we'll call this because it's 9:57, so we'll stop on time. So this adventure is complete. Let's do some bookkeeping here. So the next adventure that you guys will be on is called The Merchant's Daughter. So you're gonna go back to. We'll start the next session. You guys will be back at Windshire. You'll have some sort of predetermination of what you guys have been doing for like a week or two on the side. So gives you insight. So like if you've done anything with like researched anything, like same thing like we did before, where you talk about what you're doing in your spare time kind of thing, to give you the opportunity to develop maybe something about your character from a stat standpoint or something, or just like something to build the background story a little bit. And then let's see. So I would probably say for this evening. So Lissa, you could have gotten the advantage for tonight's session if it wasn't for the fact that you completely forgot about Sable. Not that you even knew that existed, but that's what we're gonna say. And I would say I'm gonna give 2 advantages out, one to Skogar and one to Lukar for tonight, for next session. And then everybody that is not named Jack or Skogar can also level up.
Yay!
All right.
On the way out of the market, Azuri wants to look on the ground for loose change, and I'm going to use my advantage roll to do that right now.
Okay, fair.
All right, good. The first one was a natural 1. The second one ends up being, for perception, ends up being an 8.
You find 3 copper.
Right. Worth it.
You should feel proud of that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
And once he's leaning over looking, he's like, because Skogar bought 2 packs of gum to be stupid, and he's like, as Azuri's like picking something up, you see Skogar lean over him. He pops, like, clearly he's chewing on 3 of the balls of gum already, like right out of the shop. Chews them up, pops this big bubble. Pop. Oh, this stuff's kind of spicy. Leans back and just lets 3 dragon breaths out straight up in the air, 10 feet out from the shop.
Of different types though too.
Yeah.
They're not all the same.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's like an icy hot, like a spicy hot ice spell. Oh, 3 copper though. That's cool. All right. See you guys back.
All right. So think about what you're going to be doing the next couple weeks for your character, and thanks to all y'all for a great session. Hope you had fun, and we'll see you in a week.
Will Lissa meet Sable at the library and make up for missing their original study session? Will Lukar eat all the meat sticks he bought for everyone? Did Skogar eat all of his dragon breath gumballs before they even got back to the dorms? Will we ever see Jack play Blazeball? Answers to these questions and many more on the next riveting episode of Adventures in Eberron.